What is up, guys? Matthew here, and welcome to what is most definitely the biggest episode of the career mode yet. That is right, we are 65 episodes in. We are halfway through our fourth and final season, but this is the biggest episode to date, because in this episode we are not only in our first ever knockout game in the UEFA Champions League, we are also playing a direct rival in the Premier League title race as we head to Anfield in a bid to remain top of the Premier League as things stand. We lead by one single goal over Manchester City, with Liverpool only a point behind, before we then head into the League Cup final in a fixture that we got to last season but lost to Manchester United. We've won the FA Cup in this career mode, we've won the Community Shield, but we haven't won the League Cup yet. That's in our sights, as is the Premier League and maybe even the Champions League too. So this is 3 games of just epic proportions. It is just insane how important these 3 games are going to be. So without any further ado, let's begin with an away tie in the Champions League to Villarreal. So before we start, I just want to show you guys the full round of 16. We didn't actually get around to showing this when the draw was made because our fixture was in our calendar, but the draw hadn't technically been made for some reason. But you can see that it's been quite generous to us. We're obviously away to Villarreal. We have drew them across the 2 legs. Liverpool have Bayern Munich. United will be happy with Mönchengladbach. Dortmund, who were in our group, of course, and we did just beat to the top of that group, so that could have been us. They have Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid have Juventus. PSG have Barcelona. City, who always get a slightly easier draw, let's be honest, they've got Napoli, and Leipzig have Inter. So we've got probably one of the results of the draw right there in this knockout stage. But we've seen it in the UEFA Cup back in the day. We love a European night in Europe. So yeah, let's get to it.
Out soon, as we're just minutes away from kickoff, it's live. A passionate night in store, no doubt, here at the Estadio de la Ceramica in Spain. I'm Derek Ray, joined for commentary by former England international Lee Dixon. We've got action from the round of 16 in the Champions League to bring you. It is Villarreal, and they face Middlesbrough.
Round of 16, Derek, this is where I feel that the smaller clubs still have a chance to knock one of the big teams out. As the competition goes on a little bit, the focus starts to get more concentrated from those big clubs. So, what can these smaller clubs do?
Villarreal starting 11. A standard 4-4-2, a formation you know well from your playing days, Lee.
Yeah, I like this formation, Derek. It's very, very important that when they haven't got the ball, they all stick together. Very solid look about it. When they don't have the ball, very important that they stay close together in midfield. The back 4 will link across the width of the pitch, but they've got to help the forwards. The 2 up front need width.
Well, I can't believe who I've just seen on the Villarreal bench.
When the round of 16 began?
Well, you don't before the game, you go into every game wanting to win, etc. But as the group sort of takes shape, you're now looking at results, say that a draw will do us tonight. So you do start to play the game a little bit differently as the tournament goes on. Knockout football, just get out there and win the game.
So they have a certain Chuba Akpom on the bench, who you guys will remember from a long time ago. I can't remember when we got rid of Chuba, but is he going to come off the bench and haunt us? It is the Champions League, last 16, first leg, away to Villarreal.
Struggling to keep the ball. Piontek.
Here come Villarreal
Sitaj.
with men on the right. Cutting inside. Gibbo needs to get across and Villarreal lead.
First for them, the first goal of the game. They're off and running.
It's taken Villarreal 5 minutes to get off the score sheet. And it was way too easy for them.
Well, there's all types of goals, spectacular headers, overhead kicks.
He
This is a
left
simple
Rice
one, but
and
it still adds up to a
Gibson
goal
never
score
got
sheet.
close enough.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we?
And it's a good finish. Well, we've seen it many times. Boro go away from
Well, the
home,
manager's
first
showing
leg,
signs of frustration. They need to
get
improve
beat.
if they're going to get something out of this game, Derek.
and like we did against Basel, Stoya, come back in an unbelievable second leg at the Riverside. So all is not lost.
1-0 then.
That's not an ideal start. Well, it's done Rice.
Piontek.
Done Rice there.
Munir.
Tamori. What a challenge that is. One he had to get right.
Foden.
Here's Foden
Foden.
trying to get away from their midfielders. Bellingham's made that vintage run. Jude Bellingham, and it's saved.
Superb save.
Oh, we tried to finesse it. We should have just hit it. As that ended up being straight at the goalkeeper and a big chance missed. Thought we could bend it round the keeper's left, but
Them too much space.
here's Acuna.
It's opening up for them.
Back heel to Lozano.
Well, possibilities in the centre.
Infield again. They've got loads of men over on this left-hand side. Gibbo's done really well there to get the block. Bellingham, what a touch that is. They might have been in the box. And that touch from Bellingham has freed us up here. And Hudson-Odoi is in on the right-hand side. Callum Hudson-Odoi puts it in.
The equaliser. Superb entertainment.
And that all come from the great work at the back and then going forward by Jude Bellingham.
Well, let's look at this again. Magical football on the break. Surprise is the key. And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
Vintage Boro, counter-attacking
Well, the
football
manager knows that's plan A.
at its
They've got
best.
themselves back into this. Now can they go again?
To Declan Rice, I was hoping Spence would make the run, but we might as well run into this space with Declan, and he has got us a corner. Boro fans in the upper stands like caged animals. Hudson-Odoi. Tamori with a good header, but an equally good save.
The keeper did everything right.
There was a defender on the line who might have got that, but good header. Well, Boro often have the tag of, oh, Bellingham, that's a dangerous pass, intercepted. But the tag of this season is a small town in Europe, as that's what we were nicknamed back in 2006. But Villarreal are arguably an even smaller town than we are. I think they've got a smaller population than what we do here in Middlesbrough. And it was highlighted when they won the Europa League, beat Manchester United, of course, in the final just gone. So two very small teams, or two very small towns, punching above their weight in the big leagues here at the very top. And the pinnacle of European football. And that was a good attempt by their number 7. They've not really troubled us since the goal. That was a really good effort though. But yeah, they can probably tag themselves as a small town in Europe just as much as we can. Huge opportunity for both of us. So Munir with the corner for Villarreal.
And he's fired over the corner.
Good corner near post. They're in the box here. Can they get a shot off? There's
Might be on for them.
blue and black shirts all over trying to block. They do get the shot away. And didn't really cast that well enough.
Was it? But I bet he thought, I haven't got anything on, why not try a shot?
Unai Emery not too happy about that. Wasn't a good strike. Gibbo. Foden, who's struggled to get the space he usually is used to in the Premier League, although he's done well. Combined so well with Bellingham once again. And that could be a huge away goal in this tie. I don't know if away goals count, but it's the Foden-Bellingham partnership once again. Foden just drags defenders out of position and frees up space behind. He attracts 2 or 3 players, and the space that then opens up for players like Bellingham who just run into the space. We have something really good going on with them too.
So there we have it, 2-1.
And whether away goals count or not, I think they do. They've just been scrapped in real life, I think. I don't know how they work in FIFA, but regardless, we lead the tie.
Now what can they do from here?
Here's Soumaré. Munir. Oh, that's a dangerous little ball over the top, and saved anyway by Henderson, but he was offside. But our keeper wasn't to know that. Oh wow, I don't think he is offside. His knee, maybe. But it was saved anyway. And look who's coming on for Villarreal. Chuba Akpom. I never thought we'd see him again, but there he is. Can you imagine if he had a part to play in this knockout game? Chuba Akpom playing in the Champions League. 3 minutes added on.
Well, no stopping him.
Well, they've took too long. Took way too long. And maybe there's a counter-attack on for us here, and Villarreal would kick themselves. Oh, that's a foul.
They will be awarded a free kick for that.
Vasquez tried to ride the challenge and got caught.
Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think, and the referee's making that absolutely clear.
I like that, Derek. Good refereeing. Nice and strong.
Caught by the right leg.
What he was thinking.
And a substitution in the offing.
This could be within shooting distance. We do have Vasquez on this. So why not? Why not give this a good old whack? Oh, well. Good effort. Bit ambitious, but it doesn't matter because we take a 2-1 lead back to the Riverside.
Tight game, that's what we got. But can they keep that advantage going into the second leg? It should be a cracker.
So that's a good start in the Champions League, and the second leg, I believe, will be in the next episode. Yep, it certainly will be. So, yep, you can only beat what's in front of you, and we've got half the job done against Villarreal, who were very good opponents, I have to say. I'll have a look to see what happened elsewhere. In fact, I think the way that the Champions League's played is that it's not all the fixtures are played within a week, aren't they? So we've played with Liverpool on the Tuesday, then another round will be on Wednesday. Another 2 fixtures will probably be here. So yeah, it's probably not worth checking the aggregate scores actually until we get round to the second leg. So we'll leave that there. But I mean, how do you prioritise? How do you prioritise the games at the moment? You could argue that the lowest priority game in this episode is the League Cup final, which is absurd. But the Champions League's gone well. Now we have a huge, and I mean huge, league fixture away to Liverpool, because the top 3, we are running away with the title race, and the best way to gain any kind of ground on each other is to beat each other when you come up against one another. And we've beaten Man City already this season. I can't remember what our result was in the reverse fixture against Liverpool. We normally have a decent record against them, actually, in seasons gone by. But I know we've got the better of Man City. We were the only team to beat them for quite a while at the start of the season. I think we gave them a walloping, didn't we? And we beat Liverpool 3-1 too, so we beat City 3-2. 3-2 there in the league, and then we beat Liverpool 3-1. So, yeah, this is a huge fixture. We are always looking to see when City and Liverpool are going to drop points. They've not. They've been relentless. We've stuck with them. This is a huge opportunity to stretch the gap on at least one of them. So, yeah, if we want to be in contention for the Premier League title, this is a game you'd have to think we need to win. Or not lose.
Well, I must say, this stadium falls in the must-visit category for any football fan, should the chance come his or her way. Anfield is the venue. I'm Derek Ray, ready to bring you commentary, and joining me is the former Arsenal defender, Lee Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It is Liverpool, and they face Middlesbrough.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. All that work in the week, all that chat in the dressing room, all that stops now. It's put your game face on, get down to it. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Number 9, Roberto.
Well, he's a player who just seems to get better and better. I'm referring to Roberto Firmino. What might we see from him in this game, Lee?
Well, I hope these defenders have read the player notes for this game. They're up against the goal machine. They need all their focus and attention to stop him scoring today. Watch this space.
Let's take a look at the Liverpool starting 11. Well, as a team, they do have their stylistic preference, and it really is all about trying to put the opposition under pressure, making sure that they don't compose themselves. Lee, do you expect to see more of that in this game?
Yeah, pretty much. They love to press high, don't they? It's their preferred style of play, winning the ball high up the pitch. It certainly benefits their strikers. They're very good at it.
A look at the starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
Well, not many atmospheres can match that of a Champions League theme, but Anfield, you never walk alone, goes a hell of a long way. But this team have stuck with us and Man City every step of the way. They've recently beaten City 3-0. And it's crazy to think oh my God, look at Salah. It's crazy to think that in season 4 they still have that same front three with the likes of Immobile on the bench. It's quite incredible. Corke in midfield with Ruben Neves. These are players who, with the potential of having 4 seasons to grow and get better, are going to be absolutely incredible. And they've even got John Stones in defence with Van Dijk. I mean, what's going on there? But anyway, back post cross towards Hudson-Odoi, and we might have to rely even more so on our counter-attack today. But we have a corner. You see the squad that City and Liverpool have. To beat either of these to the title would be the best possible achievement that we could have. Can we silence the cop with an early goal? It's behind Origi, who, of course, I forget is a former Liverpudlian, or adopted Liverpudlian, you could call him that. Bellingham, Hudson-Odoi, good run. Van Dijk will obviously defend that.
Over the top, into the stride of Sadio Mane.
Well, what a ball. And this is Mane's first real touch in the game. We haven't even seen how Spencer will cope with him.
Neves.
Ruben Neves. Oh, what a good turn that is from Neves. Rice was just not agile enough to match him, and Henderson had to make the save. First chance. Falls to Liverpool.
Beautifully timed. Koke.
Inside to Corke. Fabinho, we know he can hit them. Gibson with a big block, and maybe this is where our counter-attacking comes into play. What a ball from Bellingham. It seemed to take forever for the ball to come down for Felix Correa. Anfield is silenced. And that's the counter-attack. What a ball from Bellingham. It felt like it was taking forever for that ball to bounce down for Correa. But he was quick enough. And we've seen him fluff a few finishers recently, but that was a very good one. And I think maybe Nico Williams at Liverpool's right back might be one of their few weak points that we can exploit.
Well, it can be difficult being a manager at times, none more so than now.
They've got Robertson up against Hudson-Odoi. Origi will do well against Van Dijk and John Stones. But Nico Williams against Correa.
1-0 then.
That could be a battle we could win, and we have done so far.
Ruben Neves.
Well, Neves just ran into Rice. Oh, Origi almost finding Foden, and if he'd have found him there, we'd have been in again, but Liverpool have turned the ball over just as quick, and Tomori with a big tackle on Mane. Oh, and look at Foden through the middle here. Tomori. I saw Origi finds Phil Foden. Can he shake off Fabinho? Yes, he can. What a start. 2-0. Phil Foden. What a finish. And what a ball from Origi.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition.
Did so well to shake off Fabinho.
And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he?
Well, you'd think we'd go around the outside of the keeper, but
well, there's nothing better for a manager when a plan comes together. Total satisfaction.
Could not have asked for a better performance so far. We keep catching Liverpool at the back, and it's 2-0.
It's going their way.
Well, Liverpool are adopting a really high press all of a sudden. But of course, if you can beat that press, then you're in trouble. And that's exactly what we've done. We've got players clever enough to find their way through. Correa, oh, he's missed the ball.
I think the threat has been averted.
Completely missed the ball there, as there was potentially an open goal for him. And then Liverpool have, well, I don't know how much of a aim past that was at Mane, but it got there. But his cross was poor. And Coulson carries it through. Correa exposing Williams once again. But what a block from the defender. John Stones with what could have been a big foot on that.
Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. Florenzi.
Good ball in field. Here's Immobile, who's just come on for Firmino, but once again the Liverpool attack is not getting through, and we've with one ball cut right through them again as they continue to commit men forwards. Can Van Dijk catch Origi? The answer is no. And Divock Origi might have just won us the biggest game of the season in the Premier League.
Well, here it is again, Derek.
And every goal has been the same.
It's blasé, but I tell you what.
Oh, the audacity.
The goal again, albeit from a different angle.
Origi to Rabona that into the goal past Alisson. Hugging the Boro away end. This is a huge win over Liverpool, and it will put us 4 points clear of them at the top of the Premier League.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard. Over it comes.
Mane looking for Salah again, and that's a bit better. Second time of asking as well, and once again there's a Boro player in the way. Mackinnon blocked the first. Vasquez blocked the second with his chest. I think Coulson would have even been in behind to block anything that had come through him. And then Henderson behind that. The Boro wall remains solid.
And deciding to go short with
Trying to play it short now, Liverpool. Changing up once again. And Vasquez has pickpocketed Salah.
Now can they counter clinically?
Oh, Vasquez, he's also done Florenzi.
He's in behind.
And look at this run from Lucas Vasquez. This could be one of the
Can he find
one of the best individual goals that we've seen, and he just couldn't finish it. That's so unlucky.
A very good challenge, and he skips past his man.
Oh, if he'd have scored that, that'd have been one of the goals of the career mode.
Straying offside.
Just ran out of steam at the very last. Well, where does this rank?
His physical
Oh,
chance.
Origi, as simple as that.
Can he finish?
Oh, and Reina can't finish.
Stop in a
Oh, almost had too long
Well, high fives all round for the
to take the shot there, but
fantastic.
that was route one. But what an all-round performance. This has got to be up there with one of the best performances this season. It really has. This could be pivotal
Driven in the corner.
when it gets tight at the very end
Piece of defending.
of this title race. Reina, good touch. Oh, he's beaten two. Giovanni Reina is beating absolutely everybody here.
Played in.
And what an assist that would have been
Than that.
if we could have found the head of Origi. I cannot speak highly enough of this performance from every single player on this pitch. This will be the final. This will be the final act of the game. One of the performances, I dare say, of the career mode.
Is that the referee blew
We've come to Anfield and we've conquered
victory for-
by 3-0. Get in.
This team love a goal fest, and they certainly know where the target is. Lovely, lively build-up, and a real sharp cutting edge to this lot. Great entertainment, really enjoyable.
Well, what does that win do for us then in the league? It would be a bonus if City were to drop points as well. I'm just going to skip forward a few days just to ensure that they've played their next fixture. And wow, look at that. FIFA helping us out there. Our unbeaten run now spans to 15 matches. I'm guessing that's in the Premier League. It could be in all competitions. I know Southampton was the last defeat. But look at this run. There it is. Only the second game back on FIFA. One that didn't even record because the file corrupted. So you didn't even see it. But the last defeat was at the start of November. And in all competitions with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 games in all competitions. So that must just be referring to the Premier League. Incredible, really. I think we went on a mad run towards the end of last season, or in the middle of last season, which helped us in that Champions League position. But this run has been unbelievable, and we do have the best record in the league in terms of defeats. But City cling on to our coattails. We'd expect nothing less. They beat Fulham 3-1. You'd expect them to beat Fulham. But they are still only behind us on goal difference. Liverpool dropped to now being 4 points behind City and us, which means their next game against Chelsea. Oh, that's a big game. If they beat Chelsea, then their chances of being within the title race they're already slim as it is, but if Chelsea can beat Liverpool, then suddenly they could be even further behind us and City, and Chelsea could be back within 7, whereas City have Tottenham. Some big games. Anyhow, we will probably have a game in hand over them because I believe their next fixtures in the Premier League are going to be played this weekend when we're playing Arsenal in the League Cup final. So we are going to have a game in hand over Liverpool and City, which could play into our hands actually, because if we can stick with them with a game in hand, that might make a big difference. Takes the pressure off us being maybe 3 points behind when we know we've got that game. So a chance for silverware then to finish the episode. Like I say, the only domestic trophy, apart from the Premier League obviously, that we haven't won is the League Cup. Can we repeat the heroics that Boro got in 2004?
And the action finally begins. A warm welcome to Wembley from me, Derek Ray. I'm joined in the commentary box by Lee Dixon, and we're just seconds away from kick-off time in what promises to be a wonderful Carabao Cup final. It's Arsenal, and they face Middlesbrough.
Well, not many players in their careers get chances to play in cup finals. These 22 have got a perfect opportunity to put their name on the map. I'm looking forward to this final. It should be an absolute cracker, Derek.
And so the starting 11 for Arsenal. And they are a team, Lee, known for their aggressive high pressing.
Well, absolutely. That takes a lot of hard work, a lot of organisation, force the opposition to make early passes. The weakness of it, if you beat the high press, you can get exposed at the back.
So it's the Arsenal team we have seen in recent Premier League fixtures. No surprise, really.
The starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
And the same can be said for our team too. Unchanged from the Champions League and Liverpool game, because they were absolutely fantastic in both, as were the players who come off the bench. So here we go then. A chance to win silverware and to become two-time League Cup winners.
And it's with Maitland-Niles. Isaac. On to Porto. Maitland-Niles. You can sense the threat as
Here's Porto.
Maitland-Niles.
Maitland-Niles does well. Oh, Guendouzi's done Rice. And they've opened us up here, Arsenal, but Jed Spence.
To prevent the chance.
What a big block that was.
Munyain.
Arsenal are just finding a way through here. Rice with two big interceptions, but still,
on the ball.
the ball is in our final third. But Rice is there for a third time. And is the counter-attack on here? And well, what a ball Foden's found. Time to perfection. And Divock Origi gets the goal. We went from being under pressure to 1-0 up. And it all come from Foden's unbelievable through ball. I mean, look at that. Perfect. Pace, timing, everything.
And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him, gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish. Well, he's delighted, isn't he? We can see that. Calm is needed now just to consolidate this lead. Cool heads.
And so the ball rolling once more. Boro with the lead. But
Well, we are 45 minutes away from another trophy to add to the cabinet. Of course, there's no guarantee. Even with a squad this good and the position we're in all four competitions, there's no guarantee that we'll win any of them this season. So this could be our final bit of silverware in FIFA 21. And we are 45 minutes away. It's been a game of few chances. Only 2 shots on goal from us. 1 for Arsenal, 1 on target each. Both defences have been very much on top. Well, poor ball inside. 15 minutes away, nothing to report really. Both defences have just been absolutely solid in this game. We've not been able to get through their defence, and they've not been able to get through ours. But if we can deal the killer punch here, One man who has struggled is Bellingham. They have been all over him.
Maitland-Niles.
Good ball by Maitland-Niles. Here's Isak. Can Arsenal take this to extra time? Gibbo following every step of the way. Porto can turn inside. Tomori stands his ground. Flicked on by Origi. We've not had much in terms of the counter-attack just because of how well Arsenal have defended in this game.
Spence.
Hudson-Odoi does well to find Spence.
Good pick out a teammate. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance.
Cross comes in, but both defences have just completely matched each other, as of the midfield. It's been a real stalemate this second half. No chances at all, really.
Time and the scoreline.
But can Arsenal create that one big chance to salvage this final and take it to extra time, or can our defence hold out? Isak. Gibbo doing what he does. Of course, a second goal for us would kill the game, but Guendouzi has been an absolute rock in that midfield. Bellingham's had no joy whatsoever, as hasn't Foden. And here he is in an attacking position. Oh, and that's on the edge. I didn't press tackle, but the contact has brought the foul, and that was close. Very close to being in the penalty area.
And they're making a change.
Very close. So then, is this a big moment for Arsenal? Oh, it's a terrible, terrible free kick. It's a shocker. Tierney. Souček. Isak is in! And Henderson with a potentially title-winning save.
We will have a couple of additional minutes at the end here.
Oh, I thought Isak was going to bury that. Henderson dived and picked the ball well, and this is it. This is going to be only 2 minutes of added on. That's how uneventful this second half has been. Arsenal are going to be allowed this one last attack. Gibbo stands firm. Is he fouled? Souček is in, and that is it. Henderson saves, and Middlesbrough have won the League Cup for the second time.
Memories are being made.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter how much money you've got in the bank. Players will always look back at moments like these. These moments where you pick trophies up, you win medals. Absolutely brilliant for this group of players.
Yeah, you can see what it means to this tight-knit team. Real solidarity.
Well, it's these moments, Derek, when you get your hands on the silverware and that little medal that goes round your neck might seem small now, but you'll look back at that, show your grandkids. Absolutely superb memories these players will have of this game.
Yes, a special moment in the career of any footballer. And now for the trophy lift itself. The cup winners.
Yeah, it's been a long old road to get to this point. They're going to celebrate now, and certainly celebrate long into the night, I think.
There's always the element of chance in a cup competition, but my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth, and now they savour the moment. And this is really special, getting to celebrate in front of your own fans, Lee.
Well, it's giving something back. These fans have travelled all over the place following their team. Now they get to join in the celebrations, go into the crowd and give them the cup. That's what I say.
Well, then it might never find its way to the trophy cabinet, Lee.
Well, all that hard work along the way in this tournament all comes together at the end when you pick the trophy up. Just look at them celebrating. A brilliant moment.
Hard work indeed, Lee. The trophy now in their possession.
Well, there's the match highlights. That's it. It was far from the most eventful game. In fact, some would probably address that as a dull final, one of the worst. I mean, look at that for stats. Not much going on at all. But at least we can say in our final season, we've picked ourselves up another piece of silverware, and we have matched the class of 2004 when they lifted the league up at the Millennium Stadium after beating Bolton Wanderers 2-1. Joseph Job and Boro's ending with the 2 goals. That makes me happy that we've got some silverware in this final season. Reina is happy that we've put him back in. I mean, he's not been in the lineup per se, he's been on the bench, but you know, if he's happy, I'm happy. And the focus will now turn to the other domestic competition we have, which is the FA Cup. And of course, we have gotten away with simulating it thus far, but we will not be simulating the game away to Chelsea. We want to retain our FA Cup crown. So in the next episode, well, just like this one, another big one. We've got FA Cup action this time, followed by a Premier League game against Southampton. They are up in the top 6, I believe, before the huge second leg game at home to Villarreal, when we will find out who we will be getting drawn up against in the next round of the Champions League, if of course we can hold on to our 2-1 aggregate league. But if you've enjoyed this episode, guys, as always, hit the like button. If you've enjoyed it, does help the algorithm out, it helps my videos out, my channel and everything else. Subscribe to the channel for much more amazing FIFA 21 content, of course. And yeah, leave a comment in the section below if you're enjoying the series, what you're looking forward to. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.